All right. You guys are back. All right. I don't know what happened. Not sure what happened. I think maybe they struck it down because of the highlights. That's what it seems like. But thank you guys for joining me over here. All right, we're going to keep this thing going. Keep it going. What an awesome win. Lot to talk about here. All right, let's get to... Look at that. First win in Denver since 2006. Crazy. Julius Randle, 34 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 steals. The 4 steals. Well, I'm going to have to look that up. When was the last time Julius had 4 steals? Ever. It's definitely not this season. Fantastic. YouTube is quick to hate. It sure certainly is. Told you not to do lives without a bra. Oh, man. Let me see here. How are we doing? Okay, everything's going. Checking everything. All right, beautiful. We'll get our crew to show back up. All right, here we go. There's Adrian. There's Joshua Morales. All right, good to see you, man. Yeah, those free throws that Brunson hit. I kind of lost my momentum now. But I want to show you guys something here. Let's go to the stats. Look at the fourth quarter. So I told you Knicks went on a 20-7 run to close the game out. For the last 8 minutes, they only allowed the Nuggets to score 8 points. 7 points. 7 points in the last 8 minutes and 44 seconds. Outstanding. The difference was actually when Randle and Reddish subbed back into this game in the fourth quarter. And they joined IQ, Brunson, and Sims. That 5, fantastic defense. They just helter-skelter and it was actually, IQ was playing some incredible defense, especially on that last possession where they inbounded the ball. They had a chance to tie it, Denver. Denver ties it. This game goes into overtime on their home court. This game could be gone. So they had to defend that home. They had to defend that last possession like the game was on the line. Excuse me. And the ball got inbounded from Bones to Murray, which is kind of interesting that the ball was in Murray's hands when they're down 3 and they desperately need a 3-point shot when they have 2 of the 4 best 3-point shooters in the NBA at the moment. Contavious is leading the NBA in 3-point shooting, and Bones Highland, I believe, is 4th in percent, and Bones was cooking at one point. So I'm surprised that they had Bones inbound and didn't do or maybe he inbounds it and gets the ball right back for an easy make, but they let Murray go one-on-one with IQ, and he could not. IQ just harassed him to no end. It was a tremendous end result. Loved it. So happy especially for IQ, because that blunder at the end of the third quarter, the Knicks were down 4 points at that point. Terrible. But look, the Knicks scored 26 points in that fourth quarter, only hit 1 3-pointer, but it didn't matter. Defense won the night. And look, they even missed a couple of key free throws that could have made a big difference. Randle missed 3. Actually, it was 4 free throws. Quickly missed a free throw. He's really struggling from the free throw line. Don't understand it. But his defense, man. This defense is outstanding. Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose had a nice bounce-back game. We've needed that from him for a little while. He's been struggling the past 3 games, but not tonight. And Cam Reddish, that was his one bucket. That one bucket that he used, the way he slid in and put it up and that was fantastic. All right, let's see who's here. All right, we see everyone's joining in. Awesome. We got Manchild. What's good? What's good, brother? What's up? Brandon Rosales. You guys are up on the East Coast, man. It's almost it is 1:47 out there. Love the passion. Love the passion. What fan base has this kind of passion? We deserve wins like this. This is... I am so relieved we won this game. I honestly, I don't like to come out here and talk about losses. I want us to win. I want us to get on the path to contending. And how can you contend if you just keep losing, and your players aren't given a chance to develop at the same time? So it's a bad combination. What we saw tonight was the best of both. Excellent result. Excellent result. What do we got here? We got Adrian says, I also give credit to Randle. He hustled and showed some leadership. We need him like this every night. Absolutely. Absolutely. If you missed my intro before, that's basically what I was saying. iHeart, he is a bit of a foul machine. What did he end up in terms of fouls? Tonight, for him, it wasn't so terrible. 4 fouls, but he only played 22 minutes. Shockingly, Cam Reddish was the leader in minutes played. 37 minutes. I think that's probably the first time that Cam Reddish has played more minutes than any other Knick. I'm almost positive that that's the case. Good for him. And you know, he had a nice game. 3 of 5 overall. He missed his 1 3-point shot was terrible. And you could hear Wally in the broadcast saying, so it's very dry in Denver and it's very high altitude. So, I mean, you have no grip on the ball. And that he shot at the ball was like 5 feet to the left. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but at the very, very beginning, before the game started, they showed Mark Malone. Mark Malone or Matt Malone? It's Brendan's son. Can't remember. Showed him sitting on the sidelines waiting for the game to begin, and he's like rubbing his hands like this. It was lotion. I think that they know that they have to put lotion on their hands to be able to get any kind of grip on the ball. The Knicks probably didn't get that memo. And I mean, you saw Obi was missing like crazy. RJ was missing like unbelievably. I mean, it was really a sad thing to see. Don't understand why RJ played so much while we have Quentin Grimes on the bench and available. Why? This was the kind of game, especially on the second game of a back-to-back, and you have a guy who's recovering from an illness of some sort. Why not give Grimes some of those minutes? That's the kind of weird thing about Thibs. But he made some great subbing in that fourth quarter that led to the Knicks coming back and securing this victory. So shout out to him for that. Hey, CL Kendrick, thank you so much again for Super Chat, for the contribution. He says, Randle hustling. JB, again, clutch. Free throws. Yes, huge free throws. Great team defense. Outstanding team defense, man. Go New York, go New York, go New York. Yes, give me a hell yeah. I love it, man. I love it. I am so excited about this win. As you guys can probably tell. Look at the lead tracker. Look at that. We had the lead. We got it at the beginning of the second half, third quarter, and then just kind of coughed it up to them. And then we kind of fought back. It looked like towards the end of that third quarter that we were going to tie it up, and then we kind of caved a little bit, let Denver get this 10-point lead, and then we started chipping away at it. We cut it down to 5, got up to 7, chipped it down to 5 again, and that was all Immanuel Quickley's doing during that period. Immanuel Quickley, even though offensively didn't have an outstanding game, he only came away with 6 points, 2 of 5, but 6 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. His playmaking, that's what was so shocking about the shot clock buzzer at the end of the third quarter. He allowed that to just, they never got a shot up. Now, Wally said, it might have been because he was looking at the game clock and he thought he had an extra 2-3 seconds or whatever, but that's not an excuse. That's unacceptable. But other than that play, he was he was running the point beautifully. Tremendous team effort tonight. Up and down. The New York Knicks shot 44% overall, only made 8 3-pointers, and still beat one of the best teams in the NBA. Now, gotta qualify it, the asterisks, no Joker. So that definitely impacts things tremendously. Hell yeah. Let's hear hell yeah, everybody. Can you imagine we go in there on Friday, go into San Francisco? I am like this close to maybe getting up there to San Francisco to go see this game. I don't know how you pull it off, but I would love to go and see this game because the Knicks could steal this game. The way they are playing right now, this happens sometimes. I don't know if you guys follow me on Twitter, but if you do, you would have seen that when I heard about the players-only meeting, I tweeted out and I said, I would not be surprised if the team comes out looking much better those first couple of games, especially because they're on the road. They're together. They have to depend on each other. That the brotherhood, that stuff matters a lot, especially when you're on the road and you're in hostile territory. You look towards each other. You stop worrying about the little whatever issues you may have, or dealing with whatever stuff you're dealing with your home life, or other activities that you might have. You solely become focused on the task at hand, and that task at hand is to play the best defense possible, because this team can score. This team can score. I keep saying this over and over again. I believe the New York Knicks could have a top 10 offense. Could have a top 10 offense by the end of this season. They could. Look what we're doing. RJ hasn't even gotten his stuff together. Obi's obviously been fantastic, but Randle has been kind of so up and down, and mostly down. But at the end of the day, he's still a 20-10 guy almost every single night. Jalen Brunson, it took him a while. His three-point shot hasn't been there this year so far. Shooting in the 20s, I think 25% or something. So there's a lot of things going wrong, and yet we're still lighting it up. 135. I know we lost, but 135 points. We go into Denver, 106 points. So it comes down to the defense. And tonight we saw this team execute the defensive scheme beautifully. Beautifully. I mean, and you got to shout out guys like Jericho Sims. Jericho Sims made a tremendous effort. Even Hartenstein. Yes, he commits some silly fouls here and there, but he got a tremendous block on a play. That was pretty much it in terms of the actual blocks that I saw from him. But, there's 4 fouls or whatever, but the athleticism that was swapped out, that we gained when we got Sims back in the game, was a tremendous boost for this team. Hey, what's up, man? EC2189, thank you so much for the super chat contribution, man. He says Knicks are able to adapt without Mitch. That is true. We finally Julius the Bubble Man making a return? Question mark. Hope that doesn't pop and we continue to eat on the go. Dinner steak. Dinner streak. You know what? I'm gonna have a steak tomorrow night in celebration of this win, man. Definitely. Let's see what we got here. Who else is here? We got Josh Smooth. What's up? Yeah, Jericho was a beast. Man-child, we broke the Jazz and Denver home winning streak. Great. Yes, in back-to-back games. We won a back-to-back towards the end of last season when we were rolling, and that's actually when Obi and IQ were starting. We did win a back-to-back then. But other than that, we don't win many back-to-backs. We're lucky to split back-to-backs. So to win 2 on the road? And we have another big back-to-back coming up. We have the Suns on Sunday and then OKC on Monday. So this West Coast trip doesn't get easier. Even though we just played the two teams that have been playing the best of the 5 we're going to face at home. However, we did catch a break with Joker. We got to, be honest about that. We caught a break, but we took advantage of it. And that's huge. Here, let me get off of this. Wait, let me show one more thing before I get off of this thing. Here are the line scores. You can see Knicks got out. We had a nice start. And lit it up for 30 points in the first quarter. We closed the half with a 1-point lead. And then struggled in that third quarter. But really, the opening of that fourth quarter, the game looked like it was going away. And that's when I said the Knicks, for the last 8 minutes and 44 seconds of the game, only allowed the Nuggets to score 7 points to close it out with a big win. Look at the turnovers. Only 7 turnovers. When you don't give the ball up, you don't give the other team extra opportunities to score. Easier buckets, fast break, transitions where we struggle. We've been struggling in the transition, the fast breaks, in defense. So that's a big reason why we won this game. Points in the paint. Own that, 50-34. Fast break points. We even won the fast break points battle tonight, 21-12. Let's see here, the turnovers, we won that battle, and points off turnovers. yeah, I guess, yeah, that was pretty, there was a little 5-point difference there. Not too bad, not too bad. All right, let's get over here. All right, Julius Randle. I got to commend him. I got to commend him for living up to the leadership role that he adopted by calling the players only meeting on, I guess that was Sunday night? No, or Monday night. Yeah, Monday night when they had the players only dinner meeting or whatever. And then he follows it up. Last night's game, you know, he played an okay game, but he was a minus 12 in terms of plus minus. He wasn't as, he didn't impact winning necessarily in yesterday's game, but tonight he really stepped it up, man. And he was like flinging 3-pointers left and right. What did he shoot? He ended up shooting only 3 of 10 overall from the 3-point line. And the 3 3-pointers he made were all in the first half. I'm pretty sure. Shoo. Hey, K-Sings, what's up? Yo, let's go. Let's go. The Kings of the West. Love it. Let's see who else we got. D-Rose got underrated defense. Oh, that block that D-Rose made on Bones? Huge. He made a nice, beautiful floater where we needed it to kind of stop the bleeding at one point. D-Rose played. The thing is, here, I'm not worried about D-Rose. I'm not. Because he's not going to play. If we needed him to play 25, 28, 30 minutes a game, that would be a totally different story. But at 14 minutes a game, I'm not worried about him. He's going to be fabulous, like he's always been. Just having a few moments here and there, a few difficulties right now. I'm also not worried about RJ. I'm not. He's obviously struggling with something, and we all respond to things in different ways. And it's possible that, you know, he just didn't have enough antibodies built up to deal with this thing, whereby other guys already had. So, you know, just be patient with him. Not worried about him, especially with his work ethic. Not worried about Jalen Brunson's 3-point shot. It's going to come around. What I'm worried about is the team defense. But if tonight is an indicator of what they're capable of, I mean, this is something you can replicate every night, right? I mean, I don't see a reason why you can't replicate this kind of defense every single night, this kind of effort. It takes a lot out of you, but that's why you guys are in the NBA. I mean, right? Bubble Man. There we got, and Emmanuel Quickley's defense. Hey, when you look at the way Cam is playing defense, IQ's playing defense, it's really helping make up for the fact that we don't have Mitch in there and that RJ's been struggling defensively all season long, and Randle has been struggling defensively, except for tonight. So their defense really has made a huge difference here. What do we got here? Nasir P. Thieven, and he says, RJ Barrett and Mitchell Robinson for Lakers, Anthony Davis. I don't know. AD's so injury prone. I think that's like buying damaged goods. Yeah, that's like buying damaged goods. There's a trade out there coming for this team. I wouldn't worry too much about that. There's a trade out there coming, a good trade, you know, like a big superstar trade. At some point, something's going to come up. It may not, maybe it doesn't happen during this actual season. It happens in the off season, but it's coming. We're loaded with draft picks. We're finally giving meaningful minutes to our young core. I mean, last night, Danny Ainge had to sit there and watch the guys he turned down just wipe the Jazz out of that building. So, you know, if you ask me, do I believe that 5 years from now, Obi Toppin or Lauri Markkanen, who's going to have a better 5 years if they're both given the same amount of minutes? I would hands down say it's going to be Obi. There's no doubt in my mind it's going to be Obi. Yes, right now, Lauri's having a fantastic season because he's finally been given enough play time. He's becoming the focal point of that Jazz offense. But if Obi's given that same kind of, you know, treatment, he could deliver much more. That's my feeling about that. And then you have got someone like Emmanuel Quickley. what I mean is the defense he plays. I mean, come on. And then he was hitting his 3-pointers last night. He wasn't tonight, but if he can get that 3-point shot to start being consistent, that 39% or even 40% that he should be at, tremendous combination. And we haven't even seen Grimes yet. So we haven't even seen Grimes yet. Not worried about RJ's struggles. Not worried about Brunson's 3-point shooting. Not worried about Rose. I was a little bit worried about Quickly's shooting, but I'm starting to see glimpses of it. And man, I love the way he delivers when he gets into the lane. He's finishing beautifully right now. So I'm not that worried about any of that stuff. Let's see what we got here. There's a buzzer beater. What's up, brother? There's a difference between playing defense and stopping the other team. We got stops tonight. We got huge stops. Only 7 points were allowed in the last 8 minutes and 44 seconds of that game. Huge. Let's see. What are any other notes? Yeah, they got a little tired toward the end of the third, which is understandable. It's a back-to-back. Second game of a back-to-back. D Rose, yeah, he had a huge 3-point shot that he hit. Where was it? Was it from the corner? I can't remember where he hit it from, but that was a nice 3-pointer. He got two. He was 2 of 3. He hit 2 big ones tonight. Obi struggled from the 3-point line tonight. 1 of 5, his worst 3-point game of the season so far. But he's been our best 3-point shooter, so he's allowed to have a night like that. Let's see what else we got going here. It was fun. I appreciate. Shout out to you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining me here tonight. It's great. Let's see what do we got here. Hi, Cheaps Ahoy. Good to see you, brother. Yeah, what a win. What a win. Checking to see if there's any other interesting. Microwave D Rose. So now we got a big game. We got a big game. Yeah, you're right, L. Marshall. They had no Joker. We had no Mitch. So, I mean, it's not quite the same. One's an 2-time MVP, but it's a big piece. What I'm saying is we were missing a piece as well. Michael 10. Good to see you, brother. Randle diving for a loose ball was so clutch. That isn't normal Julius behavior, and I'm hoping it's here to stay. Agree 100%. That was huge. When he did that, I felt like we're going to win this game. And we did. I mean, that was the key. I think that was the go-ahead bucket, wasn't it? I think it was the go-ahead bucket. He threw it ahead to Brunson, and Brunson dunked it. I think it's his first dunk of the season. What do we got going? Let's go to more stats. So Randle was the high scorer, 34 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists. Shot 11 of 21 overall, 3 of 10 from the 3-point line. Cam Reddish, 10 points, 3 rebounds, no assists, but his defense was outstanding today. Brunson, the second high scorer, 21 points, 7 of 13. And how much did he score in the fourth quarter, Brunson? Brunson scored 8 big buckets, and so did Randle. 8 big buckets in that fourth quarter. Beautiful. D Rose, the third leading scorer with 13 points tonight in 17 minutes. 5 of 10, 2 of 3 from the 3-point line. Some nice guard play there. The plus minus, you can see Cam Reddish, a plus 13 to lead the team tonight. And it shows when you see it. And then right behind is the plus minus beast of the New York Knicks. During the pregame show, I read out this stat that Knicks Analytics had put forth, where Emmanuel Quickley, since 2000, the year 2000, Emmanuel Quickley has the highest cumulative plus minus of any Knick at all, completely, for a plus 476. That is wild. And tonight, he was number 2 with a plus 11. Let's see here. The Nuggets, Jamal Murray, 7 of 20. He struggled trying to get his shot off against Quickly, and sometimes, I mean, they rotated. Randle guarded him several times. Reddish guarded him. I like how we were giving the offensive players different guys to have to deal with, so it wasn't like the same exact thing. That definitely helps disrupt their rhythm. Bones Highland, he had an outstanding third quarter there. He finished 5 of 10 from the three-point line. Man, that guy has got crazy range. He's like the IQ doppelganger, but the guy doesn't play much defense. So, but man, he's right now, I think he's 4th in the league in three-point shooting. He might even have gone up with that 5 of 10 effort. And Contavious KCP, he finished 2 of 5. So that probably brought down his his 3-point field goal percentage right now. Finished with 13 points. They're definitely a different team without Aaron Gordon and Mr. Joker. That's for sure. So here, let's look at the team stats. Knicks shot 44%. They shot 44%, 43.9%. Very even. They took an additional 4 3-pointers, but hit an additional 6 3-pointers than we did. We shot a dismal 23.5% from the 3-point line, but we got to that free throw line. That really helped us. The refs, it was an oddly called game in those first 3 quarters. They were much better in that fourth quarter. The Knicks got to the free throw line 31 times. We did miss a few 3-pointers in that fourth quarter that we shouldn't have, but we made up for it with those beautiful clutch ones that Jalen Brunson pulled through at the very end there to basically seal the win. So we hit 24 of 31 right there. That was a nice little advantage for us to make up for the lack of 3-point shooting. Rebounds, pretty much similar. Assists, we had more assists than the Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets, I think, were 6th in the league in assists. Now, that's because Joker's not there. So, but at least Knicks did their job. 24 assists. Good for them. 12 steals. Cam, I think, had like 3 steals in that first quarter. Excellent. And that really helped set that tone. Blocks, even, 5 to 5. Total turnovers, 8. I think that's got to be the lowest. The least amount of 3-pointers we've had all year. Right? Wish I had that pulled up. That I definitely want to know. Because that, I think, was a key to winning this game. Not giving them easy looks or stupid turnovers. Fast break points, we won that. Points in the paint, we won that. Fouls, we won that. We didn't commit fouls. And our largest lead was only 6. And we won by 3. Fantastic. The Knicks are now 8-7. Going to San Francisco. Possibly, it's a game the Knicks can steal. I wonder if they're flying there tonight. I don't know. I should have looked all that stuff up, but it's kind of late. It's possible. Well, I think they do. They're probably going to fly tonight to San Francisco. That makes the most sense. I think that makes the most sense. Let's see who else we got in the building here. Well, shout out Michael 10. What's up, brother? The Brunson dunk sighting. That was hilarious. He just barely got it right over. Fournier, look, shout out to him for being a class act, being supportive from the bench. He understands the situation. He will get his chance. But I'm not worried about it. Right now, this is just what has to happen. Let's see. What's up, Jay Boogie? Good to see you, brother. Good morning. Look who's on. Shout out to the chat. Blessings. Health and happiness to you all. Big time win. First, Julius called the meeting. Then he goes all out tonight. Salute, salute, salute. 3 capital S's. Yes. Big shout out to Julius. A lot of times people want to be a leader. They want to be a role model. They quite don't have the makeup for it. But tonight, he came through and led on the floor by his effort on both ends of the court. And he kept his mistakes to a minimum. His propensity for turnovers were really minimized tonight. I just want to check to make sure how many. He had 3 turnovers, but for him, in tonight's kind of a game, I will take that. I like that to cut down to 2, 1 sometimes, but we've seen games. We've seen it 5 turnovers, 4. 6, and they come at like times that are just momentum killers. It wasn't like that tonight. I love how the team, when they got down to that fourth quarter and they were down by 10 points, That's when I feel that players only dinner really paid off. I think they looked at each other. I'm not saying literally, but I'm saying, like figuratively. They looked at each other and said, you know what? We can do this. We can do this. And they just stuck to it, and they did it. Whoa. First win in Denver since 2006. Outstanding. Let's see. We got Adrian Reality. Golden State is a winnable game, too. They aren't playing well. They aren't playing all that great. Tonight, I will sleep well. Tonight, I will sleep well as well, actually. And actually, we're going to close it down. It's late for you guys. It's late for me because I live on East Coast time on the West Coast. I try not to stay up too late. Especially, let's see, EC2189 says, yeah, we can make the Warriors pay for our meal. Yes, we can. The Warriors game it's going to be what it is. Look, we just won 2 games. To me, the key game of the last 3 is the Sunday game in Phoenix. They are pretty much full strength, and they're playing at home, and they've been playing pretty well. So if we can go to Phoenix and come away with a win, tonight they beat the Warriors, but they were Phoenix was at home. Phoenix is 9-5. Let's see where they're at in the standings. So right now, the New York Knicks are in 8th place in the standings, tied with the Washington Wizards, just behind the Indiana Pacers for 6th, which is, if this team keeps playing like this, this is a 6th seed. This is a 6th seed team. This is a playoff team if we keep playing like this. And remember, I pointed out how many things are not going that well. No Grimes yet. Fournier can't hit a 3-point shot. Until tonight, Randle's defense of effort was incredibly lacking, but he seems to have tightened that up. RJ struggling. Brunson's 3-point shot really isn't there. What else is there? IQ's shooting has been inconsistent. So there's a lot of issues, and yet the team has a winning record. There is quality on this roster. I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to keep beating that drum. Yes, I know we don't have a superstar, but we have a lot of quality. In soccer, if you guys watch any soccer or any football, and they talk about it as that's what they say: quality. You need quality here and there, because the superstars are incredibly expensive. But if you have high quality players on your roster, you have a chance to win every single night. Because high quality players on any given night can play like a superstar. Doesn't mean they're going to do it every single. If they did it every night, every game, then they would be actual superstars. But any given night, one of our guys can have a game like the way Randle had tonight. It could be Cam one night. RJ had a 30-point. He had a 35-5 night not that long ago. We've seen Brunson do it. We've seen Obi do stuff like that. So we have the ability to do it, man. We really do. What else was I going to say? Yes, let's go. Oh, so I think that Suns game is the key. Let's see where the Suns are at right now. So the Suns they have the second best record in the West right now, 9-5. Followed up by Denver, now 9-5 because we just beat them. And then following Denver is Utah, 10-6. And we beat them. So if we beat, can you imagine we go in and we beat the Suns? So then we would have beaten on this road trip 3 of the top 4 teams in the West. That's going to send ripples throughout the NBA. I want to see that. I would gladly sacrifice Friday's game and Monday's game to get that Sunday game, to get that win in Phoenix. I don't think we haven't won a game in Phoenix also in a very long time. So it'd be nice to kind of get those monkeys off our back like that. But who knows? We might be rolling into Phoenix on a 3-game winning streak. Let's hope so. Yeah, I don't know what's happening with Chicago. They're struggling, man. What's up, Stanley? Man, I can't believe you guys are all up. You guys must be so hype. How hype are you guys for this, man? How hype? You guys throw some flames in that chat. Show me how hyped you guys are. I see all these emojis. I'm loving it. Stanley Man says, I agree, George, but did you watch the Wizards OKC game? I saw a bit of it. I didn't catch the whole thing. It looked like Beal won the game against OKC, but Shai hit an... Oh, yes. I have heard about it. Actually, I think it was a JD or somebody told me about it. I'm going to have to watch all those highlights soon. That's what I do. After all this stuff, it chills. Then I get to go back and rewatch all the game highlights and stuff from the games of the day. Which is something I wasn't doing that much last season. I'm definitely going to focus more on that this year. When will Mitch return? Great question. How many games has Mitch missed? Let's see. That's a great question. Thank you, Paul Havens, for that one. I can't put comments on here because I'm doing it from Streamlabs, so apologies for that. Let's see here. What game did he get hurt? He wasn't there for the Sixers game, right? No, he was there for the Sixers game. Was he there for the Celtics game? No. So he's missed the Celtics. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's missed 7 games. I think they said he'd miss about 7 to 10 games. So he's at the very on the low end of it. We haven't heard anything yet, and I don't even know if he's on the trip. I haven't seen him on the bench, so it's possible he won't even be available until the Knicks return back home after the OKC game. So that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, Mitch will be reevaluated after 10 games. Yeah, so that'll put it right. So this was the 7th game. So Friday will be 8, Sunday 9, Monday 10, and then whatever. So sometime next week we'll hear some news. I hope he does come back soon, man. Adrian had no sacrificing games. I know. I'm just saying in terms of like the message that he could send, because I'm so tired of the narrative. Oh, the Knicks, they just don't have much talent on this roster, blah blah blah. Don't believe that at all. Not at all. Feel like we've been underperforming. Stanley, man, the way Sims is playing, Mitch can miss a few more games. Mitch might be traded if Sims keeps playing so well. Ooh. Well, we're going to hold off on that speculation, but you never know. You never know. I love it. Love the enthusiasm there. Look at that. Do a little screen grab of this. All right, man. Okay, we're going to wrap this up. We got over 100 people in the chat. If you guys haven't subscribed, if you're new, just drop hashtag new in the chat there for me and let me know. It'd be great. Great to see Joshua Morales again. And subscribe if you haven't yet. Hit the thumbs up button for me. And, in the morning or whatever, if you guys get any ideas, any thoughts about the game or whatever, just drop them in the comments. I read them all, definitely. And I'm not sure I'll do a live on post-game on Friday, but I might do it. It's better for the West Coast, for the East Coast feed. So yeah, I'll probably do that. I'll definitely be doing a pregame show once again. Hopefully, maybe I can get a full crew. Maybe I can get Foxy and Keese to show up for the post game. And hit that like button. Share the video. Tell your friends that are Knicks fans about the Knicks-Verse, and spread the word. We want to keep this channel growing. We're almost at 7,000 subscribers. We're getting there. Absolutely. And you guys have a great night. Get some sleep. It might be a little tough right now because we all got the adrenaline flowing right now. But I will sleep peacefully tonight because I finally saw the team that I thought this team could be. That's what they played. That's the way they played tonight. I saw the reason why Leon signed Jalen Brunson in 2 nights in a row, because he's the one who made sure that we, put that game away last night, and then tonight he did it again. Now I finally saw Julius Randle holding himself accountable and demonstrating it by his tenacious defensive effort out. He was all over the court. He was fighting for rebounds. He was out on the perimeter. He was trying to bust through screens. He understood that he had to do this, and he did it. I love that. I love what I'm seeing from Cam. Cam is living up to his potential, and I feel like we're just kind of just barely scratching the surface with him. Even shout out to RJ for gutting it out. He's not feeling good, and it doesn't feel good to be out on the floor and when you're 1 for 11 and your team is barely holding on to a lead, and you realize, hey, you know what? We could be up 15 if I had hit, 3 or 4 more shots. So, a lot of that stuff is tough for these guys to deal with. So shout out to him for dealing with it. And then he made some nice buckets in that third quarter. He ended up, I think he shot 3 of, it doesn't matter. He definitely stepped up there, but Emmanuel quickly, man. Jericho Sims. Obi Toppin. Defense. We got a lot to be proud of here. A lot to be proud of. All right, guys. Peace. Love. Knicks family. Best fan base around. Best fan base in the entire world. And tonight, you guys are showing it. Look at that love and passion that we've got. Love it. All right, and I will see you around. I will see you around the Knicks-Verse.